As an introduction to anthropology, let's start with examples of the interconnected nature of our world. You may want to think that people living in small towns on the other side of the world have nothing to do with your life. While the internet is prone to making us think we are connected with the world, it goes far beyond web pages and social media. Your book opens with the story of a Coca-Cola bottling plant in India. When the plant opened in March of 2000, the local water table began to quickly drop. The people of Pachimata were dependent on that water for their daily lives. Water is easy and often cheaply available in the Western world. This is not the case in many other places. Obtaining water often takes quite a bit of effort. It is absolutely vital for survival. The water table in Pachimata dropped from 45 meters to 150 meters, almost 500 feet below the surface. This took the water out of reach of the local people. In addition, the Coke plant was accused of polluting the area. Even if the plant had followed the strict guidelines, it still is a large industrial plant. As such, it will have an impact on the surrounding environment. Both the lowering of the water table and the environmental damage had significant impacts on local quality of life. It rendered the area unlivable for some, and at the very least made life much more difficult. The last time you bought a can of Coke, did you consider where it came from? Did you consider what kind of impact it has on other people's lives? You are directly connected with the manufacturer of this product and the people that manufacturer affects. This is one small example of how we live in a much smaller world than we want to think. Let's look beyond the world of Coke. Where did your clothes come from? When you have a chance today, check the labels of the clothes in your closet. Where were they made? Through the clothes on your back, you are just one step away from the person who made that shirt, whether they live in the United States, Vietnam, or China. What about the electronics in your pocket? A majority of phones are made overseas. You may have heard the news about working conditions at some of these plants that are not always pleasant. One company famously installed suicide prevention nets around its building to stop workers from leaping off the roof. The point today is not to render judgment, not to say that you shouldn't drink Coke or that you shouldn't own a smartphone, but rather to say that your life is directly connected with the lives of others all over the globe. That connection is powerful. It can have a profoundly positive impact in some locations. India has seen a boom in its technological services industry over the last few decades. This has led to strong economic growth and a better standard of living for many people. In other cases, like the town of Pachimata, India, modern globalization has literally dried towns up. Your life is directly tied to this network, whether you want it to be or not. Anthropologists believe that it's vital to understand our fellow human beings. If we are going to live in such a broadly interconnected world, we must understand the people we are connected to. This is not always easy, but it is important nevertheless. We will spend the semester learning about many different issues that are vitally important to understanding other people and other cultures. Your learning objectives for this module are: what is anthropology? Through what lenses do anthropologists gain a comprehensive view of human cultures? What is globalization, and why is it important for anthropology? How is globalization transforming anthropology?